Alright, so I will first of all play the beat so that you can have a feel of what we're going to do, and then I will delete the whole beat. Then we'll start off from scratch and build it until we build it from till the full beat. So here's the beat. Okay, so I will delete everything, and then we will start the beats, and then hopefully we can build it and make it sound as it's just sounded. So well, so the first thing you'll do, of course, you'll set your tempo. The song is at 90 BPM, so set your tempo to 90 BPM. And then the second thing that I would advise you to do is, first of all, put your markers, know where the intro will be. So I will add locators. So I know the intro is four bars, so I'll have intro there. So I'll just add 4 to 1 because I know it's 4 bars. So the verse will start at here bar 5. So I'll insert a locator. So just add verse 1 here, and then the verse is 12 bars. So if I add 12 to 5, that will be 17. So come here, add verse. I mean, this is chorus 1. Chorus is 8 bars, so this should be where verse 2 starts. Verse 2 also is 12 bars, so if I add 12 to 25, then chorus 2 will start at bar 37. And then after verse 2, of course, 8 bars of the chorus, then bridge. So if I add 8 here, this will be, the bridge will be at bar 45, which is 8 bars. And then chorus, the finishing chorus times 2. So the end will be, if I add 16 to 53, that will be, it should end about here 69. So that's the end. So this is the song structure of this song. So well, now I will start off with the drums. The drum, I've already loaded drum samples where I've added a kick. This is the sound of a kick. So I have some variation of kicks, which I may use. Some of them I will not use. So the snare, here's the snare, clap. I have another snare here. So this is a clap that has some effects. I'll talk about that clap later. And then I have some bongos. So well, ideally the way you load this rack is you just load the drum rack from this tab. Come here at you know, instruments, then load a drum rack. Of course, you load it to a MIDI track, then it should load an empty track, an empty rack. Then you will add samples. So I would just assume you know how to add a drum rack, but if you don't know how to add a drum rack, you can just let me know in the comment area and I will do plus you can just go and check in there are lots of tutorials talking on how you can load drums on a drum rack. So well, after you have loaded your samples in the drum rack, you'll of course add a MIDI track to the MIDI, okay, the drum rack MIDI track. So you'll add the insert MIDI clips. So once you have your MIDI clip, select on the MIDI clip, and then it will open up a, you know, these parts where the are. So I will now feed in the drum pattern for the intro. The intro pattern is different from the pattern that you'll hear in the verses and the chorus. So this is how the intro sounds. So make sure first of all your grid is divided into 1/16. So to do that, you just right click and then, you know, select the 1/16 partition there. So I know that these are the sound, I mean the snares are in the intro, so we'll just, you know, feed in. So just feed in the first bar, select, duplicate. So now after every half bar there's another snare that is playing, so just add in. So you can either double click or, you know, if you hit the letter B in your keyboard, you can also add with this pencil tool. And then there's also a clap in every other bar. And of course there's this big clap. So I will also show you how how to make such a clap. And then on the third bar there's kicks. So this is the pattern for the intro. Well, now this clap, so let me just load my drum rack here. See, this is a clap. So this is a clap. This is how it sounds without. So let me deactivate the reverb and the echo. So this is how the clap sounds with no effect. So I just dropped an echo. So if I delete this and these two here, so go to your audio effects and then echo, drag echo to the clap. So if I drag the echo here, it won't select. So if I drag echo to the clap, it will only affect the clap. So an eighth, I feel like an eighth is the echoes come in a little late. Maybe let me try try a 16. I know it's a bit fast, so we can just work with an 8th. And then now the reverb, find the reverb. It's also in the audio effects. Here's the reverb. Load it. So the reverb, so it's you put the reverb after the echo because you don't want the reverb to echo. So in this case, we only want the clap to, the reverb to affect the clap and the echo, not the echo to affect the reverb. So that's why I put the echo first and then the reverb. So the reverb, here's the reverb. I'm gonna add the decay time, and then maybe I will I'll reduce the low. Probably maybe, you can just tweak around and get the sound that sounds good to you. So I will leave it at there. So now after this sound, we'll look at this other sound here. So this sound is mallet. This sound solo. So you hear there's a distinct sound, kind of a melody line that uses this sound. So I will just insert a MIDI clip, then double click on it, open the MIDI roll. So as I mentioned, the song is in the key of G. So this lick is in the 4th octave. So I will scroll to the 4th octave and then add these notes. So I listen to the song and I know where the notes play. So this is the first note is in F, then followed by this note G, and then note A sharp, and then C here. So that's sound. So I will select the first bar and then duplicate, since it plays on those 4 bars, and solo. So ideally, this sound comes with Ableton. It's one of the sounds that is in this one of the default sounds. So I found it in of course you go to the instruments and then there's a folder where there's no sounds, and you find mallets. I think it's this sound here called fifths. So you can use any mallets if you're not using this DAW, but now this will be the notes that you will feed in. So the other sound that follows is this sound here. Let me just solo this sound. So I had already selected the sounds, since I didn't want this tutorial to take very long. So this sound is kind of some airy, hollow, pardish sound. So I will insert a MIDI clip, double click, open up the piano roll. So in this piano roll, I will add chords in the 2nd I will be in the second octave. So I will add, so since the song is in the key of G and the progression is 1 4 5 4, so it's G, chord G, chord C, chord D, and chord C again. So I know G chord is comprised of G note, B here, B notes, and the other note is D. And then C followed by C. C, I know it's seg, C and G. And then D. So the notes that comprise D are D, F sharp, and A. So find F sharp and A. Also make notes on the time. I'm not putting these chords in the the time. They're kind of offbeat, a little offbeat. And then now C chord. So C, note C, note E, and note G. This is supposed to be here. So I will select, make sure I've selected only the full bar, duplicate, so this sound well, to now I'm going to reduce the, slow the attack rate. Yes, to there. Well, this is how it sounds together with the other part. So this So, well, you can also vary the velocities of these notes so that it does sound so mechanical. So I will delete these second parts, copy this part again, and and duplicate. So that's pad like sound. So the other sound that I'm going to add is this sound, the FM, piano FM. So this sound gives that reggae-ish kind of vibe. So well, I'm going to add the notes. So inside a MIDI clip, here's the MIDI clip. Insert a MIDI clip here. So the notes, of course, will follow the chords, which is G and C, D. So here I will scroll to the second octave. So G, find G, and then start adding. So G, and B, D. Then C, C, E, and G. D here. So chord D is D, F sharp, and A. Now C. So I'll just select this, control, and come and paste here. So those are the duplicate. So if I well, these are the sounds that are in the intro. Of course, there's a transition. So the transitions, well, the sounds. Okay, I'll put the transition a bit later. So this is a. Maybe I can add the timbale roll. So I'll insert a MIDI clip. So this timbale, I've already loaded some samples of timbales that I want to use. So I will just add So now I want to use this sound here. And this one. So these timbales, well, you just find some samples of timbale and then add. But if you want to know how I make my timbales using a drum rack, please let me know in the comment area. Right now, I don't want to take much time on making those timbale, samples. So that's the intro. So the verse is also the drums are different. There's a different pattern for the drums in the verse. So I will just add more kicks to make these so I have duplicated the intro, and then now I'm adding other kicks to fill in the open spaces. And then I know I will layer it with this other kick, but every other kick I will not. And then also I'm going to add some what are they called, some bongos. So I only add those bongos, select, and then duplicate. So these are this will be the pattern for the verses. And then so this sound also is in the verse, so I'm going to duplicate it, and also this sound. So the other sound that is in the verse is of course the bass line. So the bass line that I used is modo bass. So modo bass, this VST called, there's a VST called modo bass. This is how the VST sounds. This VST here, modo bass. And the reason I went with this bass is because it sounds like a live bass. And if you listen to the song, of course, you'll hear the bass sounds more like a real bass that is playing. So the bass, of course, follow the chords. So I'm gonna go down to the C, between C1 and C2. That will be the first octave, and then add these notes. So well, this will be the notes here. So these are, maybe let me solo. So this is G, It's A sharp and C. And then now I will add some here D. So these are the notes for the bass line. So maybe let me try to make them a bit visible. So we'll duplicate and solo. So ideally now the bass comes in the verse, and now we already have kind of the full all the instrumentations that are in this beat. So I will just now arrange the beat. So I will duplicate these kicks all the way from start to end. So delete these parts here. So I know this sound comes in at the chorus again. So select it, control select. You will of course copy it. So this sound normally plays in the choruses and also in the bridge, and then the other beats here. This sound will play the full song. Also this sound too. So I'm just duplicating. Select, then duplicate. And the bass line. There's some variation with the bass line, but I won't you know, keep changing. I'll leave that for you to do. Now on the transitions, of course, you can add you know, like well, there's this transition, and then also you can add the sweeps. So I'll just find maybe a transition here. My samples, vengeance, effects. Maybe I can something. Let me try some. Well, let's use this one. This one is better. And then I'll also put an impact here. Maybe this one. So I'm adding them on separate audio tracks. So let me now find the timing, the correct timing. Just gonna select there, control. So this is where the impact will. So of course, I'm gonna reduce the volume. So these transitions, of course, you can add them where you feel. If you feel you need a transition before the chorus, you'll just copy, you know, drag it. But of course, add you know, different transitions so that it doesn't sound very redundant. But now, for the sake of keeping this tutorial short, I'm going to use the same. Maybe this one I will add it here. So well, this is how you will build the beat. This is the full beat here. So of course there are some instrumentation that I'm sure they're a bit loud, so you can just mix and then make it sound better. Add more instrumentations, those that you feel make the beat kind of better. So I hope you've learned one or two things. Well, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll be doing more of these tutorials where I make a beat from scratch. I remake a beat from scratch. So let's you know, expect this. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on when I upload, you know, these production tutorials. So guys, give this video a thumbs up if you get value of it. You know, subscribe. Also, you can let me know if you have a song that you'd want me to deconstruct. So guys, let's see each other on the next one. Ciao.